04JUN2507, not sure how my sub anniversary and sub expiry have decoupled.
Good evening, one and all. It is Wednesday, it's the middle of the week. It's time that we jump into some more good old Warframe. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well where you are around the world. And
another pun? How humiliating.
yes, there is a exceptionally obvious pun in the title today, isn't there? It's not even the most well thought out pun, it is just a pun. So, yeah. That's just how it be. It seemed like the most appropriate title to come up with, so there we are, we have it. Also, in getting us started there, Mythic Spirit with the resub at 27 months. Mythic Spirit, thank you very much for continuing support here on the channel. Much appreciated. Cheers. As I'll say, also doesn't work in the US really. Why would it not work in the US? Which part of that sentence doesn't work in the US, Som? I was saying, doesn't get the pun, it's okay, working on smooth out brain wrinkles. Just literally say it, Alsu. Literally, just say it out loud. Say the title of the stream out loud. And see if something comes to mind. Yeah, you got it. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So if you just read and try and process it as a concept, it doesn't make a lot of sense, unless you remember that punch through is the thing, by the way. But if you read it, like actually sound it out, then you're there. Then you're there. Yes, Henshin, I'm not using a text field to kill the Grineer. I'm not going to be using a string to kill the Grineer. No, it is string powered, but not that string. No. Because might not use the word Q as much. It's just the word Q. It doesn't matter how much or how little one uses the word Q. It's still the word Q. As I'll say, least never heard any American call a physical lime a Q. For digital things. You've never heard anyone ever refer to people queuing up as a Q. Man, you really do speak a different language over there, don't you? Y'all call it English, but it really is not, is it? Lining up is what's used there? That is something else. I am exposed to yet another corner of this curiously different language that y'all call English. Where so many of the words are the same, but then you're like, oh yeah, but you know how you have that word for a thing? We just decided not to. Okay. Merrily also doesn't get the pun. I didn't think it was this difficult of a pun, to be quite honest. I really didn't think it was this difficult. I thought it was the cheesiest line I could come up with. But the Grineer line up, they're in a die queue. Because they're in a line, ready to die. They're lining up to die, if I need to translate it into American for a moment. And Where is it? Where's the blueprint one? There it is. Yeah. That's the entire pun. I suppose I can let off the Germans on this one. I can let off the Germans because the Germans are more likely to read it as when the Grineer line up, they're in a DQ. And that is not what this bow is called. So, I understand on that side. But still, the Americans, no excuse. It's a word, you use it. The die line? Yeah. Dutch also has the and yet. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't actually know basically anything about Dutch language, so fair do, fair do. In any case, let's switch off of Urali. Let's switch over to a much more standard Warframe. I'm going to stick with 10 more legs in it, actually. I've got no problem with that today. Let's re-equip this. I was taking it off for testing purposes. Let's definitely not keep Zeneric. Let's switch to good old Naramon, in case I do choose to melee for a bit. There we are. I'm legally obligated to rename the bow to Die Q when I get it crafted. Understood. Not Die Line Up. Did we finish with Compressor? I've not finished with Compressor, but I don't want to go back to Compressor today because we spent literally 3 hours on that. When instead I can focus on something slightly different today. I'm going to farm up the Daikyu here, and if you'd like to join me on that, send me a message in-game to Kenjineer. I'll bring you on into the squad. We're going to start with the really easy lift side of things and move through it from there. So we're going to lift, Miso, Neo, and finally Axie. And to get us started on the lifts, we might as well start with a Q2. Just get the blueprint. So if you'd like to join me on a farming up Daikyu, if you've not already done so, or if you just want more parts, want to just be involved, any good reason is still a reason worth it while. Send me a message in game, and let's smash through this. Lift Q2 to get started. Because you too can Q2. That was terrible as well. I'm full of the terrible ones today. Unalive line initial. Ugh. Ugh. Bring a Mirror Labe. I suppose I could call it the unalive lineup. Because that would be the Die Q. The unalive lineup. At which point I'm fairly certain Solansi will just reach through the internet and kill me for daring to unironically use unalive. And it would be justified. We are actively on an 18 rated game where death is a metric rather than a concern. To use the phrase unalive with relation to it, Please stop saying unalive. I'm not a 12-year-old on TikTok. Unalive. Taking a lead from my kit gun naming conventions. Hey, at least my kit guns were just synonyms. They weren't filled with psychic damage. They are. Could use kill, but kill and die aren't the same thing. Whereas unalive works for them both. It's a weird one. Kill equals unalive and die equals unalive, but kill does not equal die. And therefore unalive does not equal unalive. Welcome to English. It's wrong. And again, monkey see, monkey do. Why are we talking about monkeys? Have you got monkeys now, Zom? I thought you were into bugs. Why have you got monkeys? Sorry, Mirror, the two of us, we're lucky enough between us, and it's an intact, we'll get it. More people want to join as we go? You're welcome to send me a message. Why is English so complicated? Because it's less of a language and more of just a hallucination of concepts. They are. I mean, come on. English can't even decide on how letters work. We've pared it down to 26 letters. We have no umlauts, no other diacritic marks, we have none of that weirdness. We just have 26 letters. And even then, we still can't decide on how they actually sound. We have K, which makes a K sound. We have S, which makes a S sound. And then we have the letter C. What sound does the letter C make? Does it make a K sound, a S sound, both, or its own bloody sound? Well, it certainly isn't the answer that would make the most sense. Nope. 26 letters, one of them is a duplicate of 2 existing letters. And which one is at any given time? Whatever it feels like. Pain. Or how about the letter G? For which we have a perfectly good sound for it. G, like in give. In grow, in king. But then we have the letter J for join, jingle. In fact, jingle is a perfect example. J and G working together. And then we have ginger, engineer, giraffe. And I now find myself wondering again, wait, hang on. I thought we decided that G made a G sound and J makes a J sound. What is happening here? Why are letters all of a sudden just being wrong again? I don't care what other languages do with their letters. They're other languages. You expect it to be different. But English alone still just cannot seem to figure it out. It's just all over the place. Hey, there we go, IQ piece. 1 down, 4 to go. Lady was saying technically the G in gift and in king isn't the same because NG very much subdues the G. I get where you're coming from, but if we teach children how to pronounce things, we'll typically go through teaching them the names of letters and then the sounds of letters. And say to them, alright, now sound out the word. So king. So you got K for the K, I for the I, N or
I like
N
English lessons with Mr. Grineer. Very educational.
Cheers, thank you for the 100 bits. N for the N or N, and then G for the G. K in G. King. King. It fits. D A I K Y E. Diacu. Diacu. Now we can accept to an extent Diacu. But even if we try to relate that to common words that have AI as 2 combined letters, standout one to me is the word air. Diacu? It's just all over the place. It is just all over the place.
Almost a month. Missing the last day.
Oh, would you? Look at that. I mean, it depends on your definition of a month, doesn't it, Flo? In any case, you're at 30 months of support here on the channel. Much appreciated. Thank you for dropping your prime once again. Cheers indeed. Story of Babylon has to be true because English could only exist as a form of divine punishment? Just a bit. If you really, really try to dissect words based on how each letter has its basic pronunciation, it really falls apart. It really does. Yeah, English pronunciation is very much vibes-based over me. You're very right. I cannot read a word and know what that word says. Even if someone goes, oh, but it's a loner word, we picked it up from another language. Like, fuck does that matter? We pick up loaner words from all over the place, and then we change them. But we don't change them enough to how they actually sound. That doesn't make sense. We see other people with their cities and their countries. We go, ah, yes, that is cool. Yeah. Yeah, you have your city. I'm going to call it something completely different now. Why? Why? And we still mess around with the letters for it. Rendezvous is French? Yeah, and we could just use the correct letters. We don't use French letters. French use letters that we don't use. So why are we using a word that doesn't use English letters correctly, nor does it use French letters? It's just... bleh. It's just wrong. Lith A8 next. Well, let's do that. It gets on my nerves every single time I think about the topic. Every single time. It's just wrong. I said AA, didn't I? Yeah. And I know it's an interception, but I'll do it anyway. It's like, if I look at Miralabe's name here, I say Miralabe, but it could be M-I-M-R-A-L-A-L-A-B-E. Be. Miralabe. Why is it not Miralabe? Why would it not be that? That's what those letters say as well. Al-Sal. Al-Sal. Because OU for out. Maybe.
We have located
Revocan saying Mira Laby, but now you're using A and A in the same word.
I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
There's a number of people who pronounce it also you. I can see that. I hate that.
Defend yourself.
They're just looking at a word and going, ah yes, I see how this is one word, but I'm now going to treat it as two words. Which, again, English does plenty of, I understand, but it's still pain. It's just, to me, the whole point of written words is to allow us to communicate the spoken concept, because spoken language comes first. But if we're then going to go, oh yeah, no, these words we wrote, they're not actually how we use them. There is no consistency. You just have to memorize all of these different rules for every different word that could possibly come up. We got many different rules. Figure out which one is in practice at any given time. It's just painful. It's painful. Revoca, thank you very much for gifting us sub directly over to Ladybug there. Much appreciated. Ladybug, make sure you do say thanks for that. Real nice of them. Ah, precious. We have Valkyria Primer's drop at Tenacon? Oh, sweet. And checked into the drops for that, because Tenacon wasn't for a hot minute yet. That is nice to know. Grit was saying, so should you pronounce the Daikyu as a Daikyu? Since remember in elementary school, the first vowel in a word gets a stronger sound when paired with side by side with another one. The answer is, there is no correct answer. Everyone can come up with their own answer because English is bullshit. There is no direct correct answer. Unless it comes from somewhere which has an established correct answer, in which case you have to learn that one particular answer. It is otherwise whatever you want it to bloody well be. That is the pain of it. And this could be simplified. Like you talk about the rule of when two vowels are together, the first vowel gets made stronger. I mean, what does stronger mean in this context? But you're absolutely right in one regard, in that vowels have more than one sound, or rather we try to use them to represent more than one sound, because there are just that many sounds we need. And so that could be attended to with putting an E on the end of a vowel, or doubling up the vowel. So the way that I would consider that, if I was redoing the English language, is that I would make it where every single time you see two vowels next to each other, either they are pronounced as they are, unless it's a vowel and then an E, and then you say the name of the vowel, or if it's a doubling of the vowel, then it becomes a drawn-out vowel. That would be the way I would kind of go about it. So the letter A on its own, A. A-E, you're now saying A. Like Fae. F-A-E. The Fae. Or if it was double A, then it would be Ah. Because it's drawn out. A becomes Ah. And then you just have a consistent sound. You know which A sound you're working with based on what comes immediately after it. E, well, E on its own is E. E followed by an E is E, because you say the name of the letter. E followed by another E is a double letter, but that's also just E followed by E, so it's still E. Very simple. The two rules overlap and work. I on its own is I. I-E, you say the letter I. And then I would be I drawn out, so I. I. We didn't get the P's, we'll try again. O on its own, O. O and an E, you say O, like in toe. Two O's in a row, O drawn out, O. O. We could have a process like this to just explain all of the sounds we're trying to make without having to come up with exceptional rules all the time. Just add accent marks back in like the French. I mean, we're still trying to keep it English. Can we make Esperanto official already? Apparently not. Yeah. Jimmy saying, I think rules don't matter. Sorry, Gimby saying, I think rules don't matter so long as communication is happening. Gimby Oyaboon.
This tower is ours now.
How is everyone doing this evening?
We are dominating.
Hello, Solar Flari. Welcome on in once again. Sorry if you weren't privy to that conversation you've just joined into, but thank you very much for the 23-month resub there. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. It's a
Hope you're
Yatta!
doing well, mate.
Yatta! With the 47-month resub. I feel like people are just continuously one-upping each other's subs here today. Yatta, thank you very much for continued support on the channel, and I hope you're doing well yourself as well, dude. Cheers indeed. Cheers indeed. Yeah, just having a rant about English and how it is absolutely foobar and you can't just read the letters because they don't make sense. Which I know for a fact you have to also resonate with. I know you resonate with that. Who's on a 48 plus? Time to come out of the woodwork. I think there is only one person that can beat Yatta. One person. And that'll be Hobbit. The only person who can possibly beat Yatta's both sub time and I think sub streak as well. Is it Yatta or Yate? No, you see, because it's Y-A-T-A, not Y-A-E-T-A-E, it's Yatta. If it was Yate, we'd need the E's on the end to make it the long A, you know, like I'm saying. We could just read Yatta's name and it works. It's possibly part of why Yatta chooses it. Then we have a look at Umbrella. Let's have a look here. From, yeah. U, giving you the M for the M. B, R, Br, E. And then the L-L-I-E. So it would be Umbrella. On the way I'm looking at it, Umbrella. If you want it to be Umbrella, it would be EE on the end, not IE. Because you think like the word die, IE. Using the G for the J in Yirnbe. Put sand in your eye? Understandable, really. Understandable. And yes, I did just find yet another pronunciation there.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Even within something as simple as IE, English is all over the place. And I'm not even going to talk about the I before E except after C bullshit. The whole... Okay, so we've got this word here. Lie. L-I-E. Yeah, that makes sense. And now we've got this word die. D-I-E. Yep, that makes sense. Tie. T-I-E. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so how do we spell Y? Is it W-I-E? Nope. Nope. Of course it's not. We have Phi, F-I-E, like Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum, yeah. F-I-E, that works. So if we have F-I-E-N-D, that's find, right? No. So I've already talked about Q. Q is its own special problem. Q is a letter with 4 more weight in their turn. Yeah. It's painful. It is an absolute failure of English. Excuse me. It is an absolute failure of English. And it's not new to this channel just how much I hate the pronunciations that English just decides not to use properly. Considering the short I made on Melee Doughty. Just the number of different ways it's possible to incorrectly pronounce that. And if you look at the one we end up with, Doughty. So we're getting outy from O-U-G-H-T-Y. O-G-H-T-Y. Even if we take O-U to be an owl sound, which, not entirely against, sure. It's O-U is owl. Algahti. Algahti. So it's Melee Dalgahti. It's just... Screw English. Sounds like some kind of Welsh video. I don't know why that's so funny. But you're not wrong. If C could be a Keto says sound the hello this engineer. The Sengineer. Yeah. I'm the Sengineer. Also, hi Gaz. I would bring up the rule about no bad jokes, but today it is just bad jokes day it seems, so, you know what, sod it. It's a thing. Valkyrie Ewok? Now, is it Ewok or Ewok? I mean, if it's going to be Ewok, they'd make it clear that they want us to pronounce the E like an E. They'd go double E, right? So it's got to be Ewok. I mean, who would, in modern English, as we experienced it, so deign as to make a word and still get the pronunciation ambiguous? No one would do that. That would make no sense. So it's got to be Ewok. You did a level cap Lavos run with no deaths? Nice. Question is, Gaz, what type of tank were you using? Were you using shield hit point, health hit point, shield gate, overguard gate, or invisibility? Abomination 2.0. Okay, that is not a phrase I'm familiar with, thank you. What does that actually mean? There's the vowel consonant vowel rule that makes Ewok use a long E. So it's abomination then. Vowel consonant vowel. Abomination. Sorry, abom-I nation. A by my nation. That's what it is now, right? Yeah, it turns out the English is just completely and utterly whack. And if you ever struggle with pronouncing a word, certainly a word you've only ever seen written before now, it's not you that's at fault, it's the entire goddamn language. Yeah. And I hate everything about it. Oh, the hell's sake. Welcome on in.
I have detected another message incoming. Capture and
Let's grab another of these. It'll crack eventually. I'm not going to use traces just now because we're going to need to save them for the bigger stuff. You just want to be a funny space ninja doing war crimes? Well, now you have a reason to, because language stupid. Oh, you're out? Okay. Well, brother... Yeah, we're stuck in a lift fissure, so just bring what you got, I suppose, for now. If you can't bring the right relic, at least bring a radiant relic. Preferably. Or a rare one, you know, something special. I should be over here. Bigger menu 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Secret menu 4. I swear, only secret menus and Urple get selected, and Urple isn't even technically a thing, so we're doing well. We're doing well.
keep it up.
I've got red, green, blue, white, dark orange, light orange, yellow, medium green, lime green, and then seaweed green, potentially. We've got a deeper blue, we've got a rich blue, I guess brown? No, I think, no, that ends up just looking pinky. I remember testing that one. And then what is supposed to be black, but I'm fairly certain we don't have a black light there. Urple? Yeah, Urple is a typo of purple that has just become a thing. I'm pronouncing Dreen wrong? Oh yeah, my bad. You half-picked green on a Minecraft stream? Fair enough. And we got Ryan with the hydrate. Cheers, Ryan. But yeah, English is just stupid. The fact that you just can't read things into communicating them is bonkersly bad. What's the fastest way to reach level cap solo? Fastest way is probably Circuit. Second fastest, Void Cascade. Solo or not, doesn't really matter. Just go on, first thing you see is tile set from farming citrine. Luckily, no crystal. This is just interception. So the only thing we need to go around the map picking up is a reactant, which is its own PTSD. But it's fine, we got a PC lobby and they've improved the rates in all missions, so we're fine. Also using, I think, an interesting artifact of English language that most native English speakers do not know any common pronunciation rules. So they can't pronounce foreign names worth at all. Well, that's the thing, is that we do know plenty of rules, we just know that they're all broken. All the time. So, trying to get a handle on how a pronunciation is expected to work somewhere? It's just all over.
Message to Conan.
You don't know whether the weather will change? I mean, there's homonyms, antonyms, and all kinds of other nyms just getting in the way as well, yeah. Hey, Daikyu Peace, we are good to move on from this farm onto the miso side of things. Yeah, an interesting thought I came across with regards to English language and being just kind of all over the place was someone comparing it to learning all of the social rules and constructs that you're simply not privy to if you find yourself pretty deep onto the autistic spectrum. When all the different social quirks come into play that everyone else seems to have a handbook to, and they're all speaking it, and you end up feeling like you're reading it, that's what pronouncing English is like. You got all these lovely words in front of you, like, oh yeah, Pehenmore. Yeah, that makes sense, Pehenmore. Fen? But that's not an F. Why would that be fifth? If it's a silent P, it would be Henmore, like pterodactyl. What do you mean fifth? Now, if you got other relics, yeah, you're good to stick around. We ain't breaking out just yet. Next one is, I think I just got linked P16. Yep. P16, ready to go. Let's do this. How's my favourite Lavos doing? Well, Lavos Prime is handling quite nicely. Yeah, it's a mess. What's this? Alright, sure. Let's head on over to Sabotage. There we go. Plenty of these, I'll just again whack it in as is. Yeah. English is a mess. Hey, who didn't know that? It's just of all the bits to be a mess, the actual letters. Anyway. We are 2 out of 5 on the Daiku so far. The Daiku. The Daikui. No one's going for that pronunciation, but there we are.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
Now, meta outside of this as well. Still working on putting together the Yareli guide. I have basically all the bits and pieces, just in case of bringing it all together, but yeah, still not finished on that. My apologies. Somehow I just picked up 54 energy. Oh right, Nourish. That'll be why. Someone gave me a weird Nourish buff. Really confused for a moment there. After the Uredi guide, I will be covering Compressor, especially considering just how weird it is. We'll see if it's worth covering Daiku as well. But it's going to be ready first. Including, I have footage from doing both EDA and ETA solo right the way through, using the secondary that the game told me to use.
Security measures have locked the coolant cells in place.
Secondary and primary, for that matter.
Coolant cell destroyed.
Why I was even looking to grab that one. I should be over here. More efficient. And how to get the damn Grineer caches? You look around for them. They're in hidden locations. So the best way to find them is to basically blow up all of the crates on the map. Use a crate busting frame, and that will break up everything. Anything that you can't break is something you need to interact with. So that could be an iron sculpture, it could be the cache. But yeah, the optimal way is to go around, blow everything up, and have enough map knowledge about you to know where they could be. But there's so many could be's that blowing up the map is the bigger part of it. It is bonkers. Hello, Leslie. Hope you're doing well. Commander Captain Calamity, I ended up watching your Valkyrie test build video. Looks good to me. No complaints. Just grab the thing. Ah! You bastard game. Alright, anyway. Look good to me. No complaints, even with the buffs announced in a recent Zev short. Looking forward to someone who's just as crazy as Garuda. Fair dude. Glad it looks up your street there.
Another job well executed.
Ooh, 50 void traces. That is a nice pickup. You needed that? Ah, well, man. You'll get it eventually. Oh, right there. Let's see what is next on the Neo lineup. 60% of the way there. We need Neo D10, and this is a rare, so this does need to be Radiant. Neo D10. Garuda Lorwen. Oh, good luck on that. Good luck on that. Mm-hmm. We've got 3 of them in, just waiting on Brillaroni here. There it is, beautiful. So we have a, what was it, 36% chance to get this? Sorry, no. 34.39. Let's try the Nightwave Lavos helmet.
You are here on a capture
I'm quite satisfied with the fashion I have, thank you. I appreciate the input.
Void fishers. You need them to open a relic.
Oh,
Are you
reacting behind me. No, don't do that.
You
Oh wow, did anyone know the Argon crystals?
before they escape.
There we go.
We're near a fissure. The enemies are dropping reactant.
And again?
You are going
Good
to
lord.
need more reactant if you want to open that relic.
I don't need the Argon crystals, but I'm going to grab them anyway. They're right there, so
Back
might
in
as well.
base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
That's all the reactant. Just need to get to exit.
Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened.
Yeah. Slightly misjumped that one. Oh, hello. Yoink! That's another pair of Argon crystals. That is 8 Argon crystals. God. Alright. And nope. That's fine. About a 1 in 3 chance. Didn't happen. We'll move on. Try again. Am I going to be good tonight? Apparently so.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Let's get loaded up for our next run. It's a curious thing that the mission complete screen, it's got that kind of invisible timer to it. You can't expedite it unless you're solo. I don't know why. I mean, if anything else, I don't know why the solo has a way to expedite it. But the fact that only solo can as well, it's a little bit odd if you think about it. Wow, my bile was struggling. Alright, let's put some of those in there. And whilst we're here, let's see then. I've got nav coordinates you can have. I've got Tycho plates you can have. And that'll do for that. Let's give him some detonite. Let's give him some Apricos. Why not? And you can have some of these. Lucent Terror Globe is overcooking, actually. Let's go with Uridite. And to finish it off, Obols. 45,000 Obols. Okay, I should have paid attention, but whatever, it's fine. Do I have any thoughts on what Dee said in the dev short about the updated Valkyrie changes? I haven't talked about that so far, so yeah, fair enough. The increase in range, the base range of Ripline is welcome. It's not a huge increase, but it is still an increase, and that will make it, I feel, that bit more impactful. It feels like if you put even a little bit of range into it, you're going to notice and feel the difference. Whereas with just a 7 meter base range, it felt like you needed to get more than a bit of range onto her to be able to get any value out of that, because of the innate melee range she has. So that is a good change. In terms of the paralysis cost reduction, nice to have. I still feel like the paralysis ability doesn't really have a good identity for Valkyria, but at least the price has come back down quite a bit. It is still 2.5 times what it was, but I don't think we're going to see any more movement on that, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we're going to see any more movement. At the very least, Valkyria's overall energy cost has come down from 15 per second max drain with her 4 down to just 5 per second, so that is a lot more manageable. So the paralysis cost is slightly offset there. Slightly, kind of. The extra combo gain on various melee attacks, I believe, is to match him with the melee multipliers that he's getting. So there's more of a consistency pass than anything else, which I'm still on board with. And then I don't know if there are any other changes since the testing I did. I think those are the changes since the testing. So Ripline is going to be in a better spot, and currently it's in a mean spot, so better is much better, realistically. When it comes to Warcry, Warcry is still Warcry. At the end of the day, Warcry was never a bad ability. It does what it does. Hysteria is sans immortality, looking to be in a good spot. I'm not going to get into the whole conversation about immortality and not at the moment. That topic is so hot, I'm going to leave that entirely for DE to talk about. And then paralysis still feels like the weak one. Like, the energy cost coming down is something I specifically was requesting, but part of that was just like, what is it gaining for the increased energy cost? Because the shield cost was kind of a non-issue. It's not like you couldn't cast it without shields, you just wouldn't have real damage from it, but no one uses it for damage. That was all that the shield cost went into, and even though it was only a portion of your shields. So I still find myself wondering, like, what is paralysis supposed to be really achieving? It's got a grouping effect with an augment. It's got a opening to finishers. It's got a slowing effect. It's got a damage vulnerability effect. But that doesn't really feel like a ragey barbarian approach. It just doesn't feel like that to me. But I suppose they're just going hard on the line of, if you're coming up against a tough target or tough cluster of targets, then you hit them with the slow, hit them with the damage vulnerability, open them to finishers, and work your way through the big targets. It feels to me that's basically the game. Increased combo game of all attacks except slides. So the thing with that, Dovamir, is that they're increasing the melee modifiers on those 4 attacks as well. I'd have to double check to make sure the numbers actually line up, but it looks at a glance that they're just taking the melee hit modifiers and giving those the melee combo modifiers as well, which every other melee already does. If I open up the Inodem here, and just to show you an example. So on this here, you see that the first attack from a neutral melee is 200%. This also should give 2 combo on that first hit, rather than 1 combo. Whereas with this here, sorry, not the heavy attack, with this one here, it's a 1 combo. If you go into the second attack, it's a 3 combo hit, then a 2 combo hit, then a 1 combo hit. So across 4 hits, you get a total of 7 combo? Yeah. So from what I saw at a glance, they're just kind of matching that in as well for Hysteria, which just goes to show is just slightly overlooked, that's all. Either overlooked or needed announcing, but I think it was overlooked. But now that's been resolved. I can't take credit for that one, but it did say it was based on feedback, so I'm going to guess either Brozyme or No Sympathy picked up on that one. No idea who. I forgot which one we're using. D10. Overall, I still think Valkyrie is going to be fun to play at any reasonable level. Anyone who is experiencing level cap or who is going into high tier missions with a tank focus built around they're always going to hit things, they may find themselves struggling, certainly if their allies are nuking stuff. Passive protection from 75-50, it increased in full time. That was there when I was testing, Dr. Valkyrie. That was there when I was testing. So the video I put out and the stream that I did already had that in mind.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant.
Well, that was a very quick relic cracking. Guess I'll just long dash my way out.
You have collected enough reactant to open your relic. Excellent.
Don't mind me. Big bullet jumps as well.
Your part is done here, Tenno.
Got stuck. That's unfortunate.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, it's a beautiful guy. A beautiful, beautiful slide with that ability. Where you get the turns just right. Oh, it's beautiful. Ryan asking, Ken, is there any weapon you enjoy that you think is underrated? Honestly, I don't think there is at this point in time. Partly because if I come across something that I really enjoy, I tend to talk about it, and next thing I know, it's not underrated. So yeah, I don't really have a good answer for you on that. Will Warframe Golf still be possible? Hi. First things first, Mantis! Welcome in once again there, up on to 8 months with that tier 2 sub no less. Thank you very much for continuing support here, much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. Yeah, with regards to Warframe Golf, I cannot confirm if that works still or not. I was only able to test solo, so I had no interaction with other players, other Warframes to try that against. So I'm hoping, but no certainty on that. How easy did it feel to build Valkyrie's Rage Meter? Easy, but not perfectly easy. So you shouldn't usually struggle to build it. However, it's not a guarantee that you can just build it. I think when we reviewed some of the footage, I was able to build up... what was it? Yeah, I think it took me 7 kills on Corpus units to get it to the 150% mark. I think it was 7 kills that did that. Warframe Golf is gone, they need to add an augment to let us do it again. That would be nice. That would be nice. Warframe Golf? I think exclamation mark golf should work. I'm fairly certain if I reached out to the community team after the fact, if it turns out that Valkyrie's Ripline changes have removed Warframe Golf, if I reached out to them, they would probably champion it. They'd be like, come on, no. Can we get that back, please? Because they did play it. I think they did it twice over. No, I recall, yeah. So we had... I did Warframe Golf myself on stream. They picked it up and they did it on prime time. I think they did it again then over on a charity stream they were doing. And I had Zach join in for it here on this stream again, whilst we were doing a charity drive. But you know, it's not a perfectly niche thing these days, I say. We'll see if it survives.
The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
I want to grab the Argon Crystals, no other reason than I can.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Yeah, we've done this one very quickly, don't have the reactants yet, so let's make sure we grab that.
Well done.
Oh, was it 11 enemies on? Okay. It was not just 1 or 2 enemies is the point. It was easy enough to get, but it took effort. I think it was 11 enemies. That might have been 11 to max, but not certain.
That's it. You've opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
You installed on compressor till you tried to innovate with it? Yeah, fair enough. I have yet to finish all my testing when it comes to compressor, so I'll have that all together eventually. Yeah, well, Moon, let's not go down that direction, shall we? Yeah.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Fair do, Wireless. Fair do. I'm sure when Valkyrie rolls around, there'll be plenty of people who are happy with it, plenty of people who are not happy with it, and plenty of people who will have an opinion just to have an opinion. And the real difficulty is finding out how much of an overlap there is between those groups. Alright, Brotheroni has unfortunately run out of the Neo D10 relics. I'm close to running out on that side, actually. But, still got one more myself. And if you yourself also have a Neo D10, would like to get a shot at cracking it open together, send me a message in game, the Kenjineer, and I'll bring you on into the squad. We got one space open for someone with a Neo D10 Radiant Relic. It's a Daikyu Radshare, and considering this is the singular Radiant piece, yeah, we're going to put in the extra effort on that one. The Axii is only a common piece. We've already done the lifts of Miso. This is the hurdle to cross. You can add one, Ryan? Well, send me a message in game then. Aralthal saying the crit stacks before the big crits could proc. So you could end up with red crits very easily with enough fire rate to mortar shot. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So, because you fire a shot and that gives you the bonus, whereas the bonus resetting doesn't happen until the shot lands. Right? Yeah. Is my logo teacup because T in French is te? I had no idea that was even a thing, so no is the answer to that one. Zara, very sorry you're a little bit too late on joining, although it looks like you're not even looking to join. Wanted to ask a question about building Sevagoth 2 bits of build. It's kind of boring, so maybe there is a way to cook something with viral status. I did do a Sevagoth build guide. It is a little bit on the older side now, but it is still a Sevagoth build guide. You can check that out for inspiration over on YouTube, because that's got more than one build in it. Hopefully that gives you something you can work on. Let's upgrade this last one. Yeah, no, the reason for the logo being a teacup and spanner is because I really like tea and fiddling things until they either work or break. Yeah. I have a mug of tea right here, right now. In fact, I cannot remember the last time I started a stream without having a mug of tea. Right there, ready to go. That's just what I do. I'm fairly certain that whilst most people are 70% water by weight, give or take, I'm 70% tea. It's just tea. Go to a restaurant, I'm probably having a tea with my meal. Doesn't matter what country I'm in, I'm seeing if tea is on the menu. Tea maxing? Pretty much. Truth is, I just like tea. Yeah. Have I done any testing on Exceltra Prime? The ammo runs out too quick for it to be of much interest to me, to be quite honest. That weapon is hamstrung. So I've not done much testing with it otherwise. Also, Nazaro, cheers. Yeah, there isn't a good fix for the ammo, other than literally just stacking ammo efficiency one way or another. But the fact that you basically feel the need to do so, it's just not good. The Exceltra had its heyday, and that heyday is gone. Seems good if you can get enough initial damage to kill enough enemies to get the drops. Hey, there it is, there it is. The moment Brother Oni steps out. That is unfortunate for you, dude. But for the rest of us, very fortunate. We can finally get on to the last part of the Daikyu farm.
Great work. I am
We're going to head on over to that Axie Daikyu piece. Fair dude, from Ductile saying, the Exceltra Prime is their most used weapon, using just primed ammo mutation in the Exilus. I mean, if it works out for you, excuse me, like Curry's arguing, if it works out for you, it works out for you. Senshi dropping out there. Senshi, do you not have the Axie Relic? I just searched Axie, that is the wrong way to do that. Do you not have the Axie V12? Because if you do, I mean, we can just get going. Only got 2 Axies? I think we're only going to need 1 or 2. It's a roughly, what, 25% drop per person? So each run we have a 68% chance of getting it. We do that twice. 8 relics, 90%. 90% in 2 relics. It looks like Senshi is dropping out then. So we've got another space available. We have got another space available for someone to join in, whoever's got that there. That lovely Axie V12. Intact, no upgrade required, no void traces required. We're just going to go slam it straight down. Moon saying, for personal experience, bring extra ammo, and then Carrier Prime for even more ammo. And then you'll not run out of ammo. So yeah, double load of ammo support required. Personally, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Alright, if it's just the 3 of us, I don't mind, considering it is a common piece we're going for. So solid, let's go straight in. Axie Spy, why not? Why not? Just play Sight. You can play Sight. You could go for Energized Munitions build with high duration. You could go for Lavos or Proteo because they also have ammo support on them. There are other options you can take. You like its playstyle, what other similar weapons feel could replace it? To be honest, it's very much a point in this direction and explode a small area around it, right? I feel like there's a variety of options that can handle that. Alright, those of you in the mission, do remember, reactant first. How am I missing every single shot there? Good God. How did I miss so many shots on that mower? That was... I was just aiming for the backpack. Come on, be corrupted, please. Corrupted, 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 corrupted. The thing is, if we split up, then the reaction drops will be split up, and it'll take us even longer, because people will be backing up, try and find them, and it'll be all over the place in a mess. Trying to get them together, so we don't miss out. Might as well pop this vault now. Okay, turns out this is not a silenced weapon. Who's gonna get silenced when that happens? Ah, sod it, slam. Don't know where that slam was trying to take me, but it's fine. There we are.
Data integrity verified. Retrieval was successful.
That's got me all the reactant. I can just get on out of here.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Bye! Why were you in the vault? Hi, Alsu. Also you. Why were you in the spy vault? All right, we're good. Could you use silence compressor? True. You're there for reactant. Okay, fair enough. I figured that'd have been enough for enemies out front, but sure, all good. Bounced off of something there. Maybe they wanted to Ireton? Yeah, it's all good. Oh, apparently we've got a stalker.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
I know your every move.
Okay.
The blood is on your hands.
That it is.
Most wise founder, protect your avaricious servant.
I am your reckoning.
Hey, Reckoning, where you at?
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
Oh,
We have everything we
I thought he was intangible.
extraction.
Like, couldn't be hurt. Turns out I could just shoot him. Oops. Yoink. Well, that ended pretty easily. Ta-da! Alright, on to the next one. On to the next one.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Oh shit, I did a video on Basmu? I don't even remember doing that. Available from the Nabru. No. Huh. I have no recollection of making that video. Well then. Yep. Off we go again. Lovely. All got the right relic. Off we pop. And we're good to go. Alright then, so once again, reactant.
Retrieve highly sensitive enemy information. There are void fissures in the area.
Come on.
Use these to crack open
Alright,
the relic.
I'll go find a different fisher then. This one don't want to pop.
You found a
Fisher?
Look out for reactants.
Yes.
Defeat the corrupted and use their reactant to open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Send out a wave of toxin, apply it to the weapon.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Good.
Now, be on the lookout for increased security measures.
Hello, Video Ray. And that's reactant acquired. Alright then.
Your relic is opened.
Let's just sprint and bullet jump our way to the objectives now.
These clouds avoid.
Corpus
Looks like I got
Rebels
beat.
are heading to your location. The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
Got it.
Data integrity verified. Retrieval was successful.
Hard spins around. A is over here. Is it being capped? I hope it is. Looks like someone might be on it. Yep, Mirror Wave's in action there. Good, good, good. Where did the idea to change defense to 3 waves come from? I love that. I believe they trialed it first. Yeah, they trialed it first on the circuit because people didn't like how long it was over there compared to the other modes. And then they brought it to other defenses as well. That's pretty much it on that one. Do you not get extra stuff for completing Spy without alarm? You only get extra affinity. If you set the alarm on all 3 volts, it also turns into an exterminate. So do one of them stealthily, or do all 3 if you care about the affinity. That's it.
Stay focused.
Yeah!
Unit approach.
There we go. Valkyrie Prime String. Thank you very much, Miralabe, Alsu, and everyone else who's joined in. We've managed to get that farmed up nice and quickly. So let's get it building.
Another job well executed.
Oh, and a Frigid Blast. Nice. How much does that one go for? Probably not that much, but let's check anyway. Frigid Blast. Yeah, 8 to 10 plat. Nothing special. Hello, Yosef. I'm alright. Hope you're doing well yourself. Okay. Let's pop into here. Thank you. Get that building. And there we go. Brilliant stuff. That is an absurdly big bow. Oh god, the clipping. Oh, the clipping. Oh, that's terrible. I hate it. Oh, if there's one... Oh god, it's right through the body. Alright. Let's not focus too much on that. Instead, let's upgrade it. There we go. Let's upgrade it again. There we go. And let's start giving it some buffs. Just for leveling's sake. Let's go. Inspiration. Let's get some crit action going on here. Crit delay. Let's go for Vital Sense. Let's get Galvanized Chamber in here. And Sonic Prime Cryo rounds. And then, let's see, what's my biggest buff? I think it's you. Yep. And lastly, you. There we go. Okay. This is just for quick leveling test purposes. And for this... Yep. That is what I'm looking for. Good. Alright then. That'll do the work. Actually, I don't even need that. I can just go as is. Alright. Head on over here. Check. Yeah. Oh, missing a bit. 69, of course. I just realised, do the limbs of the bows in Warframe not bend? Is it really all in the string? Honestly, no idea. I mean, it physically shouldn't be just in string, but Warframe is its own thing. Oh, why am I running? I can do this. Well, that was weird. Will I be doing the Razorback Armada? I probably should. Which also explains what I saw there a second ago. Can I show Latem build? I believe there was the Latem guide. Granted, things have changed a little bit since then, but it's still there. Alright. There we go. There we all at. Alright then. Gonna say. Nope. Alright, we're gonna be like this, are we? Thank you. There we are. Nice bunch of affinity. Hop on over here. That was not the button I wanted to press. There we go. Where's your Xmas? You should have an Xmas. Damn it. There it is. Three, 2, 1. There we go. Three, 2, 1. There we go. Is this faster? Don't know. Is it more interesting to me? Absolutely. 3, 2, 1. How are we doing on leveling up? Maxed. Cool. There we are. And I didn't do the thing of opening the door quicker, it's fine. Yeah, that guy leveled nice and quickly. So the reason why that works there is that Xmas units give you a lot more affinity than normal units, like a lot more. And then stealth affinity bonus can multiply on top of that. Stealth affinity usually is a bit finicky to get a hold of, and Xmas enemies are usually not just going to be there the moment you want them to be. But in this case, you know where the Xmas are going to spawn, mostly, and you know that you can keep the stealth affinity by being high enough above them that they don't start moving around. I use the invisibility there as well just to make it where they definitely don't spot me, nothing should spot me. And so I just blink around, level the bow. Yeah. Blinking isn't moving around, so it doesn't break the invis. Anyway, with that leveled, it's going to almost certainly want some former in it. Why do I wait a bit before shooting? If you do it straight away when the enemies spawn in a new cluster, the enemies don't yet realize that they are unalert. And so by killing them, you'd have killed an not unalerted enemy, and so you lose your stealth bonus. By waiting a couple seconds, whatever the cause is, the AI property updates and goes, yep, these guys are unalert, they have no idea what's going on. And then when you kill them, bam, you get the bonus. So yeah, basically bug frame. When it comes to it, basically bug frame. They are loaded in before they can act, and then we kill them after they learn they cannot act. It's a weird one. It is certainly a weird one. We can get around to that. Not important right this second. Let's slap on Hellfire. Why not? Actually, yeah, Hellfire. Turn it into Blast rather than Cold. Doesn't matter any beyond that. We're just leveling it again, so we're practically pointless to do, but let's go. Come on. Thank you. Pop the thingy here. There we go. 2, 3. Oh, apparently I missed that shot. There we are. Next one. Again, wrong button, Ken. There we go. This one, I like to blink down so I can get a good eye on the Xmas. That's still not a good angle, but let's try it. Oh, that worked. A little bit closer. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. Where's our Xmas? Oh, I don't see it. I don't see our Xmas unit. It may have just not spawned at this camp. So I'll move on to the next one. Ah, that's a shame. Only needed a little bit more XP. Xmas here. That's a Nox. Alright, I'm just going to kill these ones. That might actually just give me enough affinity as is, to be quite honest. Apparently not. Oh wait, there's one more I missed. Nope, still not there. God damn it. Alright.
My favorite ghoul is the one that rips your maggot head off.
1, 2, 3. I missed. Cool. Oh, there's our Xmas. Whatever. That one Xmas just took us from 20 to 22 before bonus. There we are. So yeah, this particular farm is just exploiting the absolute hell out of stealth affinity. Also, whoop, straight in. The affinity values are all correct. We're not tricking the game into giving us more affinity than it should. The only thing is just the enemies are all treated as unalerted, and there's guaranteed, near guaranteed Xmas spawns. That's it. That's the entire process. That allows me to very quickly level this up. Now I am stacking both an affinity booster and an affinity blessing. Excuse me. So without that, this would be 2.5 times slower. Do bear that in mind. But otherwise, yeah. Alright, let's slap a dash polarity on that. And go again. Probably works for frames as well. It does, but for frames you need to get out of your Arcwing. Which is why you would then use something like this. Yep. No gravity, long game glide, so you can get out of your Arcwing, hover, take the shot. There are others ways of doing it, which is to take the shot with, say, a Nataruk, then get out of the Arcwing whilst the shot is in flight. But I just find guaranteeing it with this works as well. It's 2 mods. It's not exactly hard to achieve. Dan achieved it. So once again, don't forget to do that. Oh. So that will keep the door open. Another blink. Here we go. Stealth kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here, Xmas spawns at nighttime. There it is. Beautiful. Over this side. Nope. 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 Where's the Xmas? Is there not an Xmas this time? God damn it. Alright, maintain a stealth bonus, move on to next location. Again, I might have been unlucky on the Xmas spawn here. Yeah, not seeing one. Alright. Move to next. Oh, I've gotten too low. This one's active and moving. However, they did not see me, so we're fine. There's our Xmas. 1, 2, 3. Got it. And if you're high enough up, even a thing that isn't a kill shot will still kill them. Sorry, still get the stealth bonus, because you can hit them a second time. They're not active, so they're not able to respond. But if they start moving around, they can respond to a non-kill shot. There we go then. Alright, that should give me enough that I can fully mod it in most ways, right? Just check what we're looking at. Yeah, so I've got 2 Vs, DN- polarity. It should be good for most modding. Let's slap another on there. Why not? I've got the formers. Let's slap another on it. Begin again. Yeah, so I got this from No Sympathy, who himself got it from someone else, but in No Sympathy's video, I think they managed to level up a weapon in 23 seconds. 23 seconds. Easy when it's a bow, try it with a shotgun. Yeah, short-range weapons kind of struggle, don't they? But then you just use a different process for that, don't you? They spawn in a bit of a cluster. There we go. There's our guy. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Over here, I see you, Xmas. 1, 2, 3. Can I thread the needle? Yeah! Love it. There's our Xmas. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. They spawned in. There's our Xmas. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. 103,000 affinity. There we are, maxed. 103,000 affinity for that one Xmas. Oh, that's beautiful. Should just be using that. There we are. What's the reason to count to 3? Because the stealth affinity bonus on brand new spawned enemies takes a few seconds to kick in. So if you shoot them the moment you see them, or within those first couple seconds, the game hasn't actually assigned them the status of unalerted, and so you'll end up losing the bonus. So just count to 3, then take your shot. It's the safe way of doing it. Alright, now that is appropriately leveled. You think of how long it took us to get the parts together when I already had the relics myself, compared to just how long it took or didn't take to form it this far. Leveled up 4 times in, what, 15 minutes? Crazy good. Crazy good. Okay, so now let's go test out what's actually happening with this bow. I haven't looked into any of the details yet, other than it is a bow. Weak point hits have plus 250% crit chance. Nice. Sounds fun. I'm thinking that a bladed rounds approach might work nicely there. Bladed rounds, for those who aren't memorizing every mod, is critical damage whilst aiming. And, well, bows going for weak points, that sounds like a good time to aim to me. Does it make sense to level up more than one weapon with the method or no? I would say no. Reason being is that you can always just exit and then reload, and now you've got that same easy circuit of enemies, rather than hunting for yet more. So just stick in the same circuit, and then grab a new weapon to do it with. It doesn't work well for weapons that aren't accurate at long range, because they simply can't hit the shot. And if you're leveling Warframes that way, make sure to get out of the Arcwing before the kill happens, whether you're shooting a long projectile time weapon like the Nataruk, or if you just get out, aim glide and shoot with a sniper. Both of those work. But you need to be in your Warframe to level the frame, whereas in Arcwing you can still just level the weapon in Arcwing. Do I know of an efficient way to get the cryptographic LUs? My recommendation would be to head on over to Steel Path Arcwing mobile defense, and if you can, bring a group of people with you. That's going to be your best shout for it. Steel Path, because of the improved drops and improved spawns. Impressive, so technical? This game kind of forces it, let's be honest. If you go based on gut feelings and logic, this game doesn't work. You have to be technical. Okay, so 40% crit chance, weak point plus 250. If that is additive, which it should be, surely it should be. If it's just basic additive bonus, that'll take our 40 to 140, correct? Yeah, 140%. So if I instead mod this to 100%, we should see exactly nothing but orange crits with this bonus. Because this is basically just, with that 40% quick shot and charge shot, it's basically just +1 crit to you. I mean, I know, Jed, I know. Yeah, it's got a charge shot, but it's the same crits. So yeah, if I give this 150%, perfect. I could just quickly verify that no matter what, I only get orange hits. To that end, let's get rid of you for the moment. Make sure there's no weedy schmeedy on you. No, that should be fine. I've got Avenger, but that won't trigger. Interesting. The quick shot isn't 0 charge. When is it? It's about 1/4 charge. Yeah, 1/4 charge. Okay. I mean, this seems pretty conclusive to me. Additive to mods. Yep, additive to mods. Okay, so what if I bring in enemies that change our crits on weak point hit? Should these all give me exactly red crits, or does something else happen? Okay, apparently this is not the enemy I was thinking of. Because this is not giving me any bonus. Could have sworn they did. I must be thinking of a different enemy. I could have sworn that they gave you a bonus to crit. If I grab... No, not you. You got stuff on you. If I grab that, which currently should be, yep, unmodded. Maybe my memory is playing silly beggars on me, and to be honest, I would not be surprised at this point in time. Okay, that opening crit gave me a lot of hope. And that hope has been dashed. Don't know what I'm remembering then. Hold on. Rogue, Arco-Canid. Okay. Come on, Wiki. I know I'm not pulling this out of my ass. Where did I get this from? Corpus, Grineer, infested, sentient. No, that's not relevant either. I don't know where I'm getting this from. Okay. Don't Scaldra also have the buff? Some of them do, yeah. So let's go Scaldra, Flayers, Jaegers. Actually, I could just grab a battle group, can't I? So try with the kunai first, because that should do blisteringly little damage to them. No crit, no crit, no crit. Ah, okay. So the backpack was doing it, but the heads, no. Interesting. So on you, backpack, no. Legs, also no. Nope. That's not even a hitbox, apparently. Nope, no idea on you. On you... None of that lot. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely you. Yep. Backpack again, giving me yellow crits every time. I know, I've still got some of these spawned in. Oops. And then we have the Dedicant. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay, so it's working there. So if I do that, red crit, yeah. Oh, he's dead. Okay, that's a little bit weird. I'm not sure what I've done here, but it is what it is, I suppose. Let's see then. So, bring in the Murmur battle group real quick. Well, that's... okay. Sure. Wasn't what I was looking for, but it happened. None of those affected. What about you? Please, sit still. You're not even supposed to be active. I just... what even? Headshotable. That's... you don't have heads, you don't have heads, side head. This is one of the most frustrating factions in the game. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a good answer there. I don't have a good answer on those. Could have sworn more of them had that whole headshot crit interaction. I genuinely could have sworn so. I guess not, you know. And then, of course, these won't, because they're just Grineer. Yeah, just good old orange crit every single shot. On all of them. All good. The sheer difference in damage. 785... 8,000. That's a big difference, headshot to not. That is a big damn difference. Okay. So now coming back to this side of the world. We've got all the fire rate bonuses and whatnot. Got an empty mod slot that is going to be bladed rounds. Let's take all these and bring up the level. No levels bonuses just yet. Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So let's have a relook at what I've gone for here. So we've got that as a 50% status at the moment. Let's see then. We probably don't... yeah, we've got data. We don't need that, so let's take that out for the moment. Slap this over here. not quite got the mod space for what I was looking to do next here, so... I'm using 2 standard dash priorities alongside the Hellfire, so you know what, I can get away with another dash. And for that matter, why form it when I can do this? Babbity boop. There we go, galvanize aptitude, beautiful. Is it ever worth to further format just for the Exilus? I mean, I've just stolen it. Not scope? Scope would be a good idea, I suppose. Yeah, if we focus... Well... I suppose I can use that instead of critical delay. Problem is the additive bonuses we've got coming here. So this is additive to crit delay as well as that. Critical delay slowing down the fire rate doubly as well. We've got that slightly shorter, well, more than shorter with Vile Acceleration, but yeah. Why down ranked Hellfire? Because that's what I just had on earlier. I can take that off in a moment. I suppose if I put that on there, I lose the initial power, but then I gain it back once I've got at least 2 kills. Yeah, I'm neutral at 2 kills, and a little bit above when I've got 3 more kills. Acuity instead delay, weak point damage, weak point crit chance, multi-shot cannot be modified. I mean, losing that multi-shot, oof. And then Serration instead. Okay, let me run what I've got here at the moment. Let's run crit delay first. Let's run it from there. So, at this point here, my total fire rate bonus is a 70% bonus. If I swap that out, it'll be a 90%. Let's assume that does actually correlate straight to DPS. Ignoring aiming and whatnot, let's get straight to that. Maybe Amalgam IQ for Headshot Multiplier? Oh, it's all he may be today. Headshot Multiplier is indeed an option as well. I've never actually ranked up this mod, I think, so... Hiya! Cool, alright. I'll think about that in a moment. Let's start with Fraser throwing out Acuity instead of Delay, Serration instead of Chamber. So, Chamber is my only multi-shot on here, which means that it's giving me a total 3.3 bonus. And then with Crit Delay, Unique Trait, I'm getting a 220% crit chance. Bladed Rounds and Vital Sense coming together on the crit damage. It's a 2.4 base. I'm getting 240 on top of that. Let's bring this through to be 2.4 times 3.4, which comes out to 8.16 multiplier. 8.16. 3.3 for the multi-shot. Multiplied by the Deadhead bonus, so 360% plus base 100%, 460. And then multiply it by the crits. We'd have 1 plus 220% crit chance, multiplied by, what did I say, 8.17? So 7.17 for the crit bonus average. .16, my bad. So the scaling factor I'm working with here is 254 points. 254 points. Now Frezza was suggesting instead of this setup to go for Acuity and Serration instead of Delay and Chamber. Acuity, Serration. So Acuity giving us that weak point damage, which nothing else here is technically giving us weak point damage. I guess this is Headshot Multiplier, but that shouldn't apply. Now, weak point damage, is that additive to Primary Deadhead? Primary Acuity, someone else has done the research on this. Almost certainly. Weak point damage is additive with weak point multiplier on enemies. Oh, I see. So the default 3 times enemies have, that becomes 6.5 times with this. Got it. Okay. So we are losing our multi-shot. We are going deadhead, and Freza said... Was it Freza? Yeah, Freza said to use Serration as well. So it'll be 4.6, 5.6, 6.25. And then our crit capability, which is going to be, instead of this, plus 350 rather than plus 200. The base is 40, so that's an extra 150, that's 100%. So our 220 becomes a 320. Yeah, that comes out to that. And then I need to multiply in... let's see, it would be 6.5 divided by 3 for the new headshot multiplier divided by the old one. That gives us getting a 323 versus the other setup 254. It's stronger. It is stronger. Okay. We could go... Not like that, Ken. Not like that. Where did I shove that? Bollocks. There it is. So like that, you're saying that out for this in. Like so. Okay. Ziz40 said I think multi-shot is more valuable. Yeah, so on a damage basis, this comes out higher. On a simple damage basis. However, it does lose out on that multi-shot, which means far fewer status effects. Yeah. 40 say, wouldn't Galvanized Scope be better than Critical Delay since you're already using Deadhead and you don't lose out on your charge rate? So there's not a lot of charge rate lost out on it, but you're absolutely right that Galvanized Scope can take you further. My only concern with this mod is that you have to be aiming the entire time to get any value out of it whatsoever. Those aims, you need to then also be getting those headshot kills constantly because it is not a decaying stack, it is an independent stack. So once you are 12 seconds past any one of those triggering kills, the bonus from that triggering kill is gone. So it depends on just how many headshot kills you are looking to land. As this one, you need to be getting a headshot kill every 2.4 seconds to maintain it. You think this should be removed for scope? That's a curious choice. There is a matter that this gives multiplicative damage bonus though. So this will apply multiplicatively with everything else going on. If there's any amount of status on the target, you get that further benefit, which again, multi-shot can trigger out for us. As it's triggered primary acuity, you hit the headshot. Or whatever the weak point is. Not really a trigger so much as a just headshot. It's an interesting set of choices. Also, by dropping out aptitude for scope there, if we did that, we'd also be losing out on our status bonus alongside the direct damage bonus. So currently, or previously when I was using the critical delay and galvanized chamber setup, we're having 3.3 multi-shot and 90% status, which comes out to an average of 297% total effective status per shot. We swap that out and have acuity in here. We bring that down from 297 to 50. That's a lot of status to lose. How about my IQ? Okay, so headshot multiplier gain, which is nice. That stacks additively with the primary deadhead headshot multiplier, so do bear that in mind. So with that already at 130, this would be a little bit better than a 50% increase. Oh, interesting. Meljay is believing Daiku does not get the benefits. Alright, you know what? Let's not go for beliefs, let's just test. every single thing in this game needs to be tested because whoever does the testing is not connected to whoever should make things consistent and simple. So let's do the testing. And it's a very, very simple test. After a kill, do I get a 40% damage bonus or do I get less than a 40% damage bonus? It couldn't be a simpler test. Let's get a way of priming. I think my Gamma Core is usually my way forward for that. Let's take off that bit and that bit. This'll do. Just pure magnetic. Magnetic won't affect anything. So just do that. Hopefully at level 200 they're low enough I can still kill them with this shitty modding on the die cube. I'll kill them eventually. Okay. So 24,976, 24,976, 26,861. That is a 7.5% damage uplift. 7.5%. Oh dear. 1 plus 0.4 plus 1.65 divided by 2.65. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that's not just half. Sorry, that's not just additive. That's half additive. So I think I remember what's happening there. Also, if I could press the right buttons, that would help. I think I know what's happening there. The Daikyu charge shot damage bonus is also it's also not included in the damage buff of Galvanized Aptitude there. So, despite the fact this is multiplying with Serration, I guess? Wait, what is it? Yeah, it must be. Must be. In any case, this was giving 7% per status, per trigger, per stack. So, that's just... Okay. Just on its own, headshot with this, charge shot, 24,976, whereas quick shot, there isn't an orange crit. Oh, fuck you. There isn't an orange crit. 12,488. Yeah. That's fine. So yeah, we are actually getting proper double damage on the charge there. So, I think I remember having this rant before now on a different bow. Fairly certain I remember this rant. So we have the charge bonus, which is 2 times damage, is multiplicative with Serration, but additive with Galvanized Aptitude. Yeah. And Galvanized Aptitude is also additive with Serration. But Serration multiplies with the charge bonus. That's stupid. I hate that. So maybe we go target acquired plus sharp shot. Multiple Daikyu target acquired. We get the headshot multiplier, sure. As for sharp shot, longbow sharp shot, which I've yet to max out. Gain additional damage on your next shot. How does that one work? We go Serration and then sharp shot. What happens here? So first shot 44k, sure. Second shot 87,416. Please don't die. Good. Alright, so now I don't get the bonus. Please be yellow. Fuck you. Oh my god, stop. There we are, 24,976. It is indeed a fully multiplicative bonus. Why do I have to constantly check if these things are multiplicative, additive, or absurdative, for lack of a better word? Come on! Alright, but that is definitely multiplicative with Serration's bonus there, that's good. We don't care about if it multiplies with Galvanized Aptitude, because Galvanized Aptitude is already giving us too shit of a bonus, we can do better elsewhere. Ew! Alright. So because that multiplies with Serration, bringing in Serration rather than the Deadhead Arcane is worth it here. So we can have Acuity, not Aptitude, Acuity, Serration, Vile Acceleration, and Amalgam Daikyu target acquired for that headshot multiplier as well. Oh. Now this is going for a non-status approach. Now someone's throwing in Go Elementalist! Status damage and punch through. Status damage, if we have the status output to be worthwhile. I mean, it's 50%, it's not terrible, but we've got no multi-shot neither. So it's actually kind of terrible. And we're running out of slots. The armor buff from Warcry Hysteria, is it multiplicative or additive? I understand that it is additive to mods at all times. So whether you've got just Warcry, or if you've got Warcry and Hysteria, all of the buffs given from those additive to mods. Which is why the armor modding on Valkyria, like directly, is usually going to be a bad idea. You could probably get more power out of something else at that point. Elementalist buffs just even the one blast block to the sky. Well, it's not to the sky, it's 90%. It's not even double. So, yes, it can absolutely do that. It's just to how much are we getting that there. But given that we're looking at single target item versus potential AoE, that does swing things the other way again. This gives you maximum... Well, sorry, one moment. This gives you maximum damage on single target, as far as I can see. But I don't think it's going to need that much. I really don't think it's going to need all that much. So if we get rid of those lot, bring out some Exo Gokstad officers. Hiya! Let's start. Yes, you might not need that much damage. And it means then that more status might be an idea. Because, like, if you got a whole bunch of status, you know, you can, do things that look a little bit like this. Like this. Oh, I don't have it on this Lavos. That was the, leveling Lavos, not the fuck your face Lavos. Phrasing. So if I did that, 8 million. Ugh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. All right, Dedicants? Level 200 Steel Path Dedicant? That should stop me in my tracks. Cool. Yeah, look at that. Oh, isn't it beautiful watching all the damage vanish? And he's down. Yeah, just go for the stab at that point. The Daikyu applies impact procs. Use those impact procs. Yeah. Gotta hate damage attenuation on basic enemies. But at least it has the impact procs as well, so it is a 2-in-1. It can kill enemies, and it can apply the impact to allow you to more quickly shoot. I mean, look at the difference here. Look at that. Quick shot. I'm hitting 100k. Fully charged, 100k. God damn it. Yeah, the crotch shot doesn't activate the sharp shot once you've got the overguard broke. Yeah. Yep. Now, do I still get the benefits of blast if they die to the initial hit? Does Lavos still get to go, yeah, but blast the entire area as well? Yes. So Lavos can skip the status chance requirement and just go, yeah, but valence formation, and then everything dies, which is great. What if I... You know, just... do that. And then spawn some more in. Spawn some more in. More. And some more. And some more. And some more. Yeah. That much works. That much works. You don't appear to be subscribed right this moment, Queen. Let me see here. If I click onto your profile, tier 1 subbed. What? Huh. Yeah, you are subscribed. Twitch, what the fuck? You'd think that bit would work. Alright, so mathematically, why is this bow doing so much? Let's have a ganders at these numberinos here. So, none of this is galvanized, which means the only conditionals we have are longbow and bladed. Technically also primary acuity, but it's a no prerequisite conditional. You can just trigger it by pointing correctly. Same with unique trait. So we have 6.2 damage. Let's see. Multiply it currently by 3.5 from this, when I get that triggered. And then we have the crits kick in. Crits, it's only a weak point. We have a total of 600% bonus. So this comes up to 280%.
Finally, could use my sub. Emanji about add though Kangi Rage Kangi Rage Kangi Rage Kangi Explode also wait what 30 months. This is Pog.
30 months is indeed Pog. My word, Queen. How have you managed to stay focused on one community this long? Cheers indeed, Queen, for the 30-a-month resub. Much appreciated. And sorry about the ads. Alright. So, 6k base, multiply by the 3.5 from this, and then multiply by 1 plus 2.8 for the 280% crit chance, and that 2.8 is multiplied by 8.16 for the crit damage, yep. So sorry, 7.16 for the crit bonus. Coming out to currently 490,000, but I forgot that the crit damage is doubled on headshot. So that 8.16 is actually 16.32. And we get a triple damage bonus for the headshot. And that triple damage is actually multiplied by 1.75. So that brings it up to 5 million. That's still not it. Oh yeah, the weak point damage. The weak point damage is actually higher. So, how does that work with... Ooh. Because I'd understand that this turns the 3 times into a 6.5 times. Does that also get the 75% bonus from this? Because if so, that would bring the damage per shot average up to 11 million. That needs testing. Okay. So, first things first, let's verify just primary acuity effect here, what shot we get. Let's grab a Xmas unit. So we have no interaction with their arm or anything like that. Just pure overguard. Fully charged. 76661. Verify. Yep. Verify again. Yep. 76661, and I broke the overguard. Just grab note paper. 76661. Okay. And then I want to do this again with you equipped. What damage do I hit? Now with a basic red crit. 134 and some numbers. I lost it in the contrast. Oh, and then we hit overguard. Try it again. 134, 157. So if I divide those in, 134, 157 divided by 76, 661 is a exactly 75% damage increase. It does multiply fully. Ooh. That's dirty. Okay. This is the wrong modding I'm changing. There it is. So this adds to that. This weak point damage adds to the base weak point damage on enemies, so more accurately it's a let me see here, a 116.7% bonus to weak point damage, if we're being more accurate about it. On top of that then we get a crit chance bonus, which is additive with this. This is multiplying into that. This is multiplying into this. This is multiplying with everything here. These two are additive, otherwise multiplying with everything here. And this is just on its own job entirely. Okay then. And this is no faction mods. No galvanized mods. Just shoot to win. The only stack trigger here is this on kill. I suppose this on headshot, technically. Okay. Single target deleter, and then you apply a blast proc to it. So if I were to go kashoink, kabloink, and chabam. Oh, that's just wrong. Everything about that is wrong. Demolish a boiler. I don't know where the headshot is on these. No idea where it is. Is it there? Nope. 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 I know you have one. I don't know where it is. I don't know you have one. Oh, is it that spot? And they're gone. Let's try that again. I currently have the headshot bonus, so long as I hit the right spot, it'll hit again, and I think it's there. Well, it was. Still got the kill. Long range! Oh shit. Alright. Fucking Demolisher. I can do it from over here. Beep. Yeah, that's pretty consistent. Keeping the buffs up, of course. Just, skidoosh. Orange crit, same damage. Eh? Alright. How does this build perform against Primary Deadhead and Faction Mod over Longshot and Serration? Let me unpack the thinking on that. So this is a direct multiplier of damage. So fully stacked up, it would be a 300%, which means you'd be multiplying your damage by 4 outright on that. Deadhead would be a 4.6 multiplier over base without Serration. And then Serration is an increase in damage of 2.65 times multiplier, whereas Faction will be a 1.55. But Faction double dips if you go for a status focus. Let's focus. 1.55 squared is 2.4, and Serration is 2.65. So mostly probably a wash. I'll be honest, probably a wash. Primary Deadhead would give you a higher pure damage bonus in general, which doesn't require you to continuously hit headshots. There is definitely that side of things there. However, faction bonus requires you to be able to obtain the faction bonus and will be additive with raw. What am I testing right now? The mathematical limits of Daiku Prime. Because the issue with Banes is that we only have 2/3 of the Banes property available to us. So, Primed Bane, we've got Grineer, Corpus, Orchid, and who cares about Infested, but it exists. Normal Banes, we also have Murmur, and then we're just missing Primed Bane and Murmur, any Bane of Scaldra, any Bane of Sentient, any Bane of Techrot. We're missing any Bane of Acolyte, or Stalker, whatever you wish to go for. So there's a whole bunch of Bane missing out. Whereas Raw just works. Bane essentially exists on Melee's Umbral. True. It also exists in Railjack where you can't shoot them. So yeah, there are both Melee and Railjack Banes. How did 3 million not kill it that time? That's weird. But 4.5 million killed it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty effective. Alright, what other enemies are we concerned about? Dedicants just have that obnoxious damage attenuation. There's no getting around it, they just cheat. There is literally no getting around how much they cheat. I suppose I could try a corrosive hit, but it's not going to do much. I don't have access to corrosive. And I don't want gas, that would be terrible. Let's go viral. There we go. If I just go, bam. And yeah, I'm hitting that damage limit. It doesn't allow me to do more. Can we blow up a Gokstab for old time's sakes? I mean, we already did, but I can happily do that again. Ain't got any qualms over that. Exo Gokstab officers, let's bring in a bunch of them at once, why not? Instant. And we're seeing like 8 million damage with their armor. So if I bring in a Trooper Eximus, how much am I going to hit here? Never mind, only 7 million. I have a buff run out. Hold on. $7.9 million. I have to do it to him. I just have to. Them's the rules. 22 million. That's not as much as I'm expecting. That is significantly less than I'm expecting. Because if I'm hitting 9 million on the Exo Gokstars, which have a 90% damage reduction from armor, and level 2 Butchers are basically no armor. It's just... Can I hit the headshot from here? Apparently not. I'm gonna need to get 2 of them now. My bad. Unsteel Path it. I suppose that would have some of an effect, but not that much. Doesn't increase armor directly. Oops. Stand up, please. Didn't mean to do that onto you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Please don't hang your head back that far. It's not healthy for you. Just don't line up. Yep. So much pain. So little return. Okay. $54 million. That'll do. Sod the infested. They die anyway, it's fine. So yeah, this weapon puts out plenty of damage, but if you're gonna get more AoE potential out of it, there is still that matter of status, and to be honest, with the sheer amount of damage it has, I think leaning into giving it elements and status for that blast approach can be worthwhile. In this case, even bladed rounds of Vital Sense are additive, so there is the option to drop bladed rounds. You do lose a significant chunk of the critical damage multiplier there, but it's still an option to consider. Alternatively, dropping the fire rate bonus if you got fire rate enough from your companion or from Wisp or something like that. If you can get a Riven to stack the blast together, that can work in your favour. Do I have a Riven for it? No, I do not. So there's all that side of thing there, to give yourself some way of getting that status up. Hell, I could just go 60-60 mods on these. Now if I go... pull that out, swap that out, drop that out, and then go... Rhyme rounds, Thermite rounds, a lot lower elemental bonus, but Blast doesn't care for the elemental bonus in the first place. But now we've got that status there, so much higher. 60% chance of Blast is pretty nice. If I do that without Lavos making it happen... Not level 2s, Ken. We can do better than that. Would Hammer Shot work instead of Bladed Rounds? It would give you part of the status and part of the crit damage. I don't know how that shakes out numerically, but I suppose it depends on just, are we getting the kill already? Give the raw buff, because why not? I mean, we're still getting lethal damage. Pretty consistent lethal damage there. So I guess so, yeah. Let's swap that around, and then it is Hammer Shot. Actually, you can swap like that. Look at all that spare capacity we got. I got something for that spare capacity. Fucking why not? Although a faster shot. I'm not against a faster shot. Would spring-loaded broadhead be better than bladed rounds? Increase damage by some amount if target is over X away. I'm not sure we need that, to be honest. I'm not sure that's of enough use to us, no. That's a little too conditional for my liking. For what it gives. Actually, just in general. I missed! Oh, it's terrible what I miss. And it's dead. Yeah, that still works out quite nicely. Okay. Internal bleeding on this bow? Ooh. I don't like the idea of internal bleeding on this bow, no. I get that it's got the forced impact procs, but Slash takes a moment to hit, and the bow's got a lot of damage. So like, I'm going to need some serious convincing that it needs the internal bleeding approach. Is armor really that scary for anyone these days? Let's see. So, weapon max. Mecha this up. Oops, wrong one. There we go. This goes over... Is it you? I want a piercing roar still, though. I'll put it over Swift Bite. I don't need Swift Bite that much. Mecha set. I've got Pistolier on here still. Let's get rid of that. For anything for bow specifically? Didn't think so. Headshot. I don't know, honestly. Do you know what? I'm just not going to change it. I can't be bothered. I just don't know what I want to swap it to, so I'm just not going to right now. Grab Huin. Huin should be set up for Mecha. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Alright then. Let's Mecha mess out of this. Go Lure, Circuitous, Conjunction Survival. Let's shoot something. What about Thunderbolt for AoE? Thunderbolt. Rings a bell. Doesn't ring a good one. Chance to explode with... Oh, no, no, no. The damage doesn't come from the weapon there.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
We go.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
I don't want that. I want this. There we go. Hey, guys. Ha! Yeah, that's effective. I mean, a lot of that is blast go burr, but you know. Oh, come on, I can hit. I can hit the shots. Problem 1, I have no skill. This is why I spray and pray. These eyes do not keep up with movement like that. Oh, okay, well, they just got mecha'd by my companion. That happens. Turns out if you mod your companion to deal damage, sometimes they deal damage. It's quite surprising. Keep doing gas. No, I want blast. I mean, gas would probably be superior here, but I want the blast. Because blast does that. Sit fucking still. God damn it. Come on, perish. I can hit the shots. I can hit the shots. I should probably get out from that beam. Where's it coming from? Current levels to go. What if hallway go bye-bye? Pretty much, yeah. Oh, that's not someone I can shoot. I just lost my bonus. Luckily you get it back on the very next headshot, but still. I am still having to aim a lot more carefully than I am used to. And when I fail to, I just don't get my benefits. So that is definitely the scaling of the weapon here. Can you headshot? The answer is no, I cannot. I am shit at the game. Isn't electric best DOT proc since it's guaranteed 6 meter effects, 50% serious damage over time? Problem with that is that the AoE only lasts while the enemy lasts. That is its biggest problem. Blast has a stronger output when forced in this way. And applies its full damage up front.
This would be an excellent place to deploy it.
I would infuse electric right now, but I also have that subsumed out for raw. Make of that what you will. God, the damage drop when I don't hit a headshot though. Ugh, 80,000 versus 3 million. Okay, let's switch to gas for a bit. Oops, everything just died. Let me go get my bow back. Re-up all the
If
buffs.
they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind. The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
Come on, I can hit a headshot, please. Stop wiggling so much! I swear every single enemy I look at, they're going, "Arr!" I haven't even shot you yet. Calm the fuck down. Ah! Oh, hi there. You guys have notoriously annoying headshots to hit. See, I look at him and he's immediately keeling over to something I haven't done. Can I tell you to just sit down, please? You're making my job too hard. I'm looking bad in front of the internet nerds. I'm just going to ignore misery, see if they die around me.
If you need to leave, extraction is ready. Hiding Lua in the void risked the unfathomable. I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these void-stained enemies.
Come on, perish. Perish, not weirdly slide off to the side. I'm trying to kill Misery by AoE damage. There we go. There we are. Into a swing of things. And I missed that shot. There's a mecha mark. I'd love to hit a mecha mark right about now. If only the game tried to actively show you the mecha mark rather than just silently leave it on one random enemy somewhere. Oh well. I'll land the shot eventually. Seriously, where is the mecha mark? It should be one every like 15 seconds. I haven't seen one in ages. Get me the... I don't know why I bothered even trying to shoot that one. Yeah. Mecha Mark! Yes! That did almost nothing. What the hell? What? I finally see a Mecha Mark, and I swear, just like 2 enemies died from it. Ooh, I've let my life support run rather low. Yeah, aiming for headshots. Turns out it's not a very fast way to kill. Especially when you're this bad at headshotting. There we go. That was a little bit more effective. Oh, for goodness sake! I've never felt like I've struggled more with headshotting than I have right now. I swear, I don't have the reaction speed. This is torture. Really. There we go. Nice mecha bomb, I think. This is why I like Sentinels. Sentinels just sit on my shoulder and don't cause enemies to do this. Ah! I missed a shot. Her face was inside of the ground. Bruh. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm struggling that hard to hit the headshots. It's actually going to set me off. Nope. The dog kept going for the one I'm aiming at. I can't. How often do you see me rage quit a mission? How often? Oh, gods. Fuck the mecha set. Doesn't exist. Never heard of it. Don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so if I do that, and aura back to, what was it, corrosive projection I think I had on there? I'll do fine. And switch companion over. There we are. Take a shot for every 12 shot combo. I land a sharp shot. You'll be leaving the evening sober. Well, yeah. I mean, 12 shots in a row.
Of combat must be practiced
But yes.
to truly master the canvas of war.
There we go. When it lands, is good. When it doesn't land...
The Oracle Girl Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Okay, that's not on me. I went to take the shot and he ran away. Smartest Grineer. Saw me drawing, Daiku Prime went, yeah, nah, I'm not having any of that. Thank you very much. Absolutely valid. See, this is my kind of room. Okay, it was. Yeah, I can work with this. If I kill him quickly enough, it sits back down again. Only problem is if they stagger into the gas. Did I hear someone? Guess not. Must have been the wind. One, two. Damn. Alright. One, two. Shit. I can do this. I can. God damn it. Why is that still up? There's no one there. Nope. 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 They're all dying. Can't hit them. Missed. 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 One. Miss. God damn it. 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 One. Headshot. In a row. Miss. Fuck. Okay, I'm switching to blast so they stop all dying to the gas cloud. It's dying and staggering. Bro! I'm using that. Give it back. There we go. Okay. One. Two. That counts. I got the punch through. Three. Hitting on three. Hurry up the buffs. Not gas. Oh shit, that's going to make it worse for a moment. Still on three, because I haven't fired yet. Four. That was a headshot. Reset. One. Two. Three. Shit! Come on! Can I please get it? At least a little bit good. Oh, I've done the wrong thing again. Okay. No, don't block all my shots. One. Shit. Where are you running to? One. Two. Fuck, he staggered under it. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six in a row. Shit. I had six. I had six. Okay, that just... One. Fuck. Fucking ducked under it. One. Two. Three. Miss. How? One. I can do this. Give me that back. Much haste a fishing challenge? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, two in a row. Three. Does that count as four? I'm going to keep it as three. It was one shot. Missed. Miss. 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 Verglass is not helping me here.
They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
Come on. One. He's dead. I flicked and missed. One. Miss. Hi, yeah, Angst. Can you... I'm kind of in the middle of something. Can you... Stop ducking! Under it! God, you fucking boxer. Just... Dodge and weave my ass. You don't have a headshot. You don't count. I'm just killing you. No, 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 no. These guys animate so much. It's... It's all gone tits up. It's all gone tits up. Oh, let's grab all that life support. I probably should have been doing that sooner. Okay. 1. 2. Yeah, I've still got the bonus. 3. Don't risk it. Wait for Verglass to do its thing. And just come claim the rewards, I guess. We're at 3. Haven't fired since yet. 4. How did I miss? I didn't move. It was on the same line. How? And now Verglass is doing Verglass things again. Goddamn, Verglass is strong. I'm going to get this for more than just 6. That's 0. 1. 2. Shit. 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 1. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why did I even shoot at that? I saw them flailing. 1. 2. Apparently I missed. Okay. News to me on that one. That looked about as clean as I could have got that. Verglass is having a moment. 1. Pick up the life support. Extends all the way down here. Who's the Tenno in this mission again? Because I'm starting to think it's actually Worm here. 1. I'm not even wasting my time on that infested. Oh, for God's sake. I missed. 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 They're dead. I can do this. I can do this. I swear I can do this. Fuck. 1. Not what I wanted. No, I want blast, not gas. This is why I de-equip Verglass when testing weapons. It is too strong. It will just do a mission for you. 1. 2. Oh, was that a miss? 1. That was a miss. 1. No, no, no. Oh, for God's sake. Stand further back so Verglass can't reach. It's too late. They're still dying. They're still dying! I can't step back far enough. Alright. I'm just gonna go de-equip Verglass. BRB. I can't. The Sentinel is killing too much. I apparently have 695 kills and only 83 headshots. So much of that is Verglass. I'm getting out of here.
This would be an excellent place to...
Ah! Ha ha! This is why I get all technical and into nitty-gritty about the details. Because when it comes to the game itself, if you build right, it just plays itself. There is a reason D has to put in all kinds of anti-AFK features. It's because the game will allow you to just AFK if they don't. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? Well, exactly, is anti-AFK except for Jade Xmas. There's also that if you stand still for too long, then your companion stops acting, you stop picking up loot, vacuum doesn't work anymore, end of round rewards stop being awarded to you. They've implemented changes to various abilities, which could be used for AFK macro scripts too easily, that kind of thing. If you stand still for too long, your whole Warframe just sits down. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh no. Oh, what's that poll? What is that? Is that a poll or prediction? You've done a poll, not a prediction. Okay, fair enough.
These are worthy foes.
Whoever set that up mod-wise, if you wanted that to be a prediction that awarded points, you've done it wrong. But otherwise, you're fine. If that is what you wanted. Hi, can I have my bow back? Thank you. Oh, sure, now we don't proc blast. On any of them? Wow, fuck you, game. Okay.
The Orican Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
1, 1, 2. Shit. He decided to move. 1. You're right up in my face. That didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Got you, year 12. You're allowed to drink now. 13. 14. 15. It's still got it. 16. 17. 18. And I miss. 18. There we go. Turns out it was just my companion kill stealing and making them all vibrate. I just gave myself a gas bonus again, god damn it. Miss, miss. There's a hit. Okay, I don't know why I aimed at the Xmas mid-animation. Why was he looking off to the side? Oh dear. They're all panic jitter moving again. Yeah, when they stop to fire, it's a lot easier. But when they're too busy going, it's just, pain, misery. No, 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 no. Give me my bow back. Bastard. Yeah, nailed it. Yo, Bite Bitson. Thank you very much to Prime resub there, up onto 10 months. Not only have I managed to get the headshots into double digits, you too have also entered into double digits. Much appreciated. And I missed. Oh, I got nudged. Which still counts against me. Yep, I missed that last headshot.
Oh boy, few in a row there. Painful.
That counts as blowing up the grenade. Doesn't count against me. It was an intentional shot at the ground. Ah, I flicked. Shouldn't have flicked. I don't hit flicks. There we go, getting this. Damn. I was going to say get in the swing of things. What's the MR26 test? No idea, sorry.
Oculists.
Damn it,
if
missed
they
that one.
scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Oh, here's a Malice. Let's
They know
roll
you're
out of
here.
that.
Prepare for sentient fighters.
Here's the Sentience. Sentience kind of cheat. Yeah, how do I headshot this? Like, I'm not even hitting it. What? Oh, there's another one over there as well. Okay. There we go.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can
And
search.
immediately straight into that.
You need to leave. Extraction is ready. Void manifestations drawn to this cursed place of stolen lives.
Give me my bow
Will
back.
drain your life support unless they are destroyed.
Give me my bow back. I thought I shot one of these out, apparently. Give me bow. Thank you. Oh boy. Alright, back to the gas. I missed. I missed. I missed. They're dying now. Seriously though, why is Sentience so much harder to headshot? What is it with having factions that just don't play by the rules? What do you mean Protovire armor challenge? I don't have Protovire on. Seriously, what am I supposed to do with this? Oh, that's life support. Yep. Screwed around too much with the sentience that just ignore standard enemy design and like, nope, not allowed. So yeah, Daikyu, if you are using this really hard to get hold of ability called skill, absolutely amazing. If you are like me and suck, stick to the bursting. That's the only appropriate conclusion I can come to here. It is amazing right up until you aren't. And there we go.
Learned here will serve you well.
Yeah, fuck that. My aim is not good enough. My aim is just not good enough. Oh, right then. Stepping out of that there. Stepping out of that for the moment. That is still an absolutely massive bow to look at in the arsenal. Like, seriously, what the hell? It is so absolutely massive. It can do nothing but clip with the model. It is just all over the place. Oh dear, dear, dear. But yeah, that's the bow farmed, built, modded, tested. Yep. Now for a build for people with negative aim, split flights with gas. Sure, why not? Let's quickly make that. So that will need to see that removed. This over that. This over here. This over there. Mm-hmm. And then this swap for that. That should be sufficient. Let's see what happens with it, eh? Still got my companion defanged because otherwise it will steal the show.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all warriors' death.
Seriously, that animation is so dramatic. How does he not give himself whiplash by existing?
The Orokin Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this.
Think I'll enter this over Amalgam here? Yeah, it might be a shout. This seems to be working. It seems to be working. And now let's give it the full Lavos treatment.
All manner of Orokin technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have a necromech, you may use it.
So again, we got the damaging hits coming out. We got the gas procking, turning entire areas inhospitable. Overall, getting the job done. Yo, that's working. It's nowhere near as powerful. I will say that. We don't have to aim anywhere near as much, but it is clear just how much we've sacrificed to get there. Very clear how much we've sacrificed. God damn it. The bloody animations. I tried tracking them because I'm terrible at predicting them, and I'm also terrible at tracking them. Either which way, I'm terrible. It's a fact. No, give me that back. I was using that. Or I can assassinate him, that works too. Every single one of them I was aiming at died as I shot. Ah. Let's Paris get that, makes it especially good. Oh, you're speaking to Queen. Alright. Most people put the tag at the start. Yeah. Re-up the buffs. Where did... Oh, for goodness sake, I didn't even see him steal it. I was just suddenly using him in Gamma Core. We've got Misery inbound. Let's see how Misery handles this. I mean, it's Misery. They're always weak. That doesn't count. Misery is by far the weakest acolyte. At least for early spawns.
The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
Alright, sentience. Let's see how this deals with them. It kills them. It's nothing amazing, but gets the job done. Oh god, we've got this to deal with. There we go. No, give me my bow back again. Bloody thieves.
The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search.
Can't have anything in the Origin system, can you?
Extraction is ready.
Life support stolen, weapons stolen.
Life support is at risk.
At one point, Lotus stolen. Yeah, Misery does get harder later on when Misery's got good things to spawn, but early Misery is miserably weak. How many Jade Xmas are we going to spawn? Has Parvus Granum taken an interest in this node? Am I Epads Protofire? Oh, they might be. That might be what it is. Have I really killed so few sentients since Lavos Prime? Oh well. Alright, I'm done having my bow stolen. Thank you. I've seen how this works. I've seen enough. I'm good. I'm out. I will admit, this is not proving to be my kind of gameplay loop. If I'm using a bow, trying to spam it against groups whilst going for precision headshots, even on a split flight sting or just trying to get the damage out of it, not my go-to vibe. Bows are a much slower weapon system for me, much more methodical. And methodical is not a conjunction survival. It's just not. To be honest, it's most of Warframe is not methodical. Alright, what have I left out about the Daikyu at this point then? What am I missing that's otherwise amazing about it? I have an inbox message. From Sir Kelton, it's an egg. For goodness sake, Kelton. I have nowhere to put these extra eggs. Why? Why? Why with the eggs? I'll add it to the third pile. There we are. You know they're not real because they're not going back to the void. Click for stream title, it's amazing. Thank you. If say it works well with internal bleeding, yeah, I've discounted internal bleeding because as much as it has forced procs, if you're having to wait a second for the damage to kill on Daikyu, you're doing it wrong. You are just straight up doing it wrong. As we've seen, I'm on Lavos again. As we've seen, the damage output that this weapon can bring to bear is just so strong that to then go for internal bleeding makes no sense to me. It just makes no sense. Especially as you'd want to then slow down your fire rate to get more than a 35% proc chance out of it. And that sounds bad again. So, no, I cannot support internal bleeding as a choice on Daikyu. You're absolutely welcome to do so, but if armor is really that much of a problem that you're thinking of using slash procs from internal bleeding to bypass it, just strip the armor. We've got a million ways of doing it these days. So yeah. Overall, I think that is pretty much where Daikyu's at then. Over on this side of things, you can swap this out from the headshot multiplier to the what was it? Rifle Elementalist. Get that status damage on those gas clouds, make them even stronger. You don't need to punch through, but yeah, status damage is absolutely an option there. You can also consider what else can you consider? Because those are incompatible, yeah. No, that would be about the limit of it. I suppose technically you could consider a Bane mod, but just use Raw. If you're going to go that direction, use Raw. Apparently, Vol Acceleration crit delay leaves you at just under 2.5. File acceleration, crit delay. Not sure. Just what Wiki said? Hey, the Wiki can say a lot of things, to be honest. Wiki can say a lot of things. I don't know if it's been modified by my companion at all, so let's step out of that, step back in. Base charge time at 1 second. If you were using... Where is it? Where is it? If we're using Vile Acceleration, we go from 1 second to 0.36 seconds. That, because we got a 180% bonus. And then Critical Delay, we'll bring that down by 20% twice. If I recall correctly, crit delay. Yeah, 20% twice, a 180 bonus comes down to a 140 bonus. We'll be at 240, but you'd need 250 to hit 0.4 fire rate. So yeah, we're just under 2.5 fire rate. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't know why I was looking for exactly 0.4, but yeah, that is just under 2.5 fire rate. Yeah. So this here, you could go for what's it? Internal bleeding at this point here. This has the charge time for it. So cool, 70% chance of slash. It's an option. It's absolutely an option. It's a single target option that doesn't get the benefits of any of your elemental mods. It is still going to focus on someone who should already probably be dead. It feels like a mod that's offering value, but doesn't actually bring value. Yeah. I think I'm satisfied with how this has come together otherwise. That has shown what Daikyu is plenty capable of, and also what it struggles against, which is, very specifically, enemies that move like a caffeinated toddler. I can't handle that. I'm simply too slow, too old, too shit at the game. And secondly, it can't handle Dedicans because Dedicans cheat. And that is my rundown on it. Alright then. With that stage there, I think it's about time that we get onto a Platinum giveaway. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat. Exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to win that. There will be a 75 plat giveaway open to everyone here on the stream. Doesn't matter if you're on PC, Xbox, Switch, PlayStation, or on mobile. We're doing that draw in just a moment. Absolutely. Previous winners we've had, including like Dovamy, Henshin Yo, Dark Ghost, Tony75, some random watcher gave up. And this time it could be you. This time it could be you. Give you all a moment to grab that there. I'll say, I sent you an in-game mail with a guide on how to have a better tank. Guys, do I have a better tank? I don't know what I expected. Thank you, Alsu. Sure. Much appreciated. Okay. It's just been one of those streams today, hasn't it? It's just been one of those streams. Whilst we're on the topic of giveaways, one quick question I have for all of y'all here in chat as well. Whether you're interested in the Plat Raffle or not, what other things would you like as giveaways? Because, like, we do the Platinum Raffles here every Wednesday and Sunday, and I have no intention of stopping that anytime soon. And usually there is a Prime Access pack that rolls around here or there when, well, there's a new Prime Access. You can look forward to the details on that in the Uradi video coming out later this week. But otherwise, like, if you were to pick any reasonable giveaway item, so obviously if you say a trip to the moon, it's not happening. You can go log in and play a lure mission yourself. What would you want? Ellie, don't be silly. This is an actual question, not a whatever you're trying to do there. Former bundle? Fair do. Ammo drum giveaway? Okay, we got another silly answer, fair enough. prime parts, says Moon. Okie dokie. More on the former. Excess adapters, arcane adapters, potatoes. Okay. I'm hearing you. Catalyst, that falls into potatoes again, yep. So I'm hearing weapon upgrades and prime parts so far. Weapon upgrades and prime parts. Is that the extent of it? I mean, granted, only like 5 people have said so far. Postcard giveaway? Nah, postcard's something you work towards, Queen. Egg giveaway? Apparently they're being given away plentifully by Kelton, just, you know. Oh, wrong button. Yeah. Skins? Oh, I'm not the right person to give away skins. What would I know? That is not the face you expected for the voice? Okay, fair enough. Well, come on in. You expected a luxurious beard. I see. And instead you have received this not quite twink. I understand. I understand. Tone mods, wishlist, arcanes, look skins. We check out the legs of Protofire? Sure, yeah, let's check that real quick. Attachments. Yep. Protofire leg armor. And chest armor, actually. So, you know what, I was completely wrong. I have got Protofire stuff on, I'm just an idiot. It happens. Champion August, I was the guy that always thought you were AI until you joined a Brozyme scree. Fair enough. Wait, when you say... Oh, I am definitely not a twunk. Champion, when you say you thought I was AI even until I joined a Brozyme stream, you mean to tell me that even coming to these streams you thought I was AI? Or did you just never check the stream? Yeah, Flo, a twunk is a cross between hunk and twink. Pretty sure one of the criteria there is has actually entered a gym in the last 6 months. Fairly certain I do not even come close to qualifying for twunk. Yeah. But no, I'm definitely not AI. There are people that seem to think that my scripts, my videos are AI done, including even the Uradi one. No. Absolutely not. Why would I need to use AI? First of all, AI is going to be wrong about basically everything. And secondly, I know the stuff myself. Why would I need some AI to write it? Pointless. So, the voice work, the video editing, the missions, the whole lot, everything you see in the video is put together by yours truly. That's me. It would be silly to do otherwise, quite frankly. I wouldn't be able to give you the same quality, it wouldn't be the same consistency, it wouldn't have the same number of spelling errors, like, yeah. You thought the voice was text-to-speak. I even put life and bounce into it, and you still think it was text-to-speak. I don't know what I could do better at that point, I'll be quite honest. Like, sure, yeah, I know that my voice on stream comes across rather differently to voice on video. If I were to grab a recent script, if I head on over here, let's see. Which one do I grab just for demo? Let's grab Malay Doughty, because, again, hate that thing. So, you're probably more used to an experience which is along the lines of, let's have a look at Melly Dufty. Melly Dofty? Melly Doughty? Melly Doty? Duty? Dupty? Doughty? Doughty? Doughty. English is so... Phoning yourself with this arcane can provide you some incredible critical damage bonuses, but it also comes with some serious demands to achieve that. What is it good for, and when is it the right thing to use? I'm the engineer. Let's solve a practical problem. Yeah, I remember the whole pacing intended for that script. Yeah. Duty, as in like OUGH from through. So D-O-U-G-H-T-Y. Duty. What are the possible ones? But yeah. Yes, Empty Soul. Cinema, spelt with a K. But seriously, all that recording is just me. No AI needed for it. Every last little bit, right the way down to the end bits as well. Thank you as ever to all channel supporters, and as always, run bounties, earn bounty, and fight well, Tenno. Yeah. Start to end. How do I pick the pictures for the intro? I stick with the same ones because it's not constantly cycling. And as for the ones that I do use in whichever saved intro, I think we're up onto version 4 of it now. Mostly I just pick pictures which look nice and just kind of capture a bit of a vibe of the channel. That's the idea. I think the very original one used some of the capture shots that were used for thumbnails, and I'll just followed it on from there. Actual pronunciation is Doughty. Yeah, I know. Nightmare. Did you tune in for like a single word and then forget that you were tuned in and miss the words around it either side? Just so I understand. Because not only do I know that it's pronounced Doughty, I said exactly that just a moment ago. Dow as in Val? Doughty. Nightmare. If this is a bit, it's not a good bit. It's not. You're missing the mark on this one. Anyway, I think it's about time we do a plaid giveaway. Now we've had all our tickets in, everyone's had a chance to grab them. If you haven't grabbed a ticket, you clearly didn't want one. So let's close the giveaway there. And with that, let's find out who's the winner going to be. The winner today of the Platinum giveaway is indeed On Booth. On Booth. Congratulations. You are the winner today of the Platinum giveaway. I'll be contacting you shortly after the end of the stream. Get hold of your Warframe username, your platform, and your cross-save status, whether you got it turned on or not. Simple as that. We'll be able to get that plant sent on over to you. I'll send you all the details in a Twitch DM. So make sure you do catch that and respond to it within the 24 hours. Otherwise, we do need to be having a look as to where we can raid on over to now today. Let's see. Who can we say hello to today? Who is in the Warframe Twitch category? And who haven't we been to recently? So there is... There is a Dinos. Oh, who has apparently just hit themselves a Twitch partner. Alright, you know, well, that's good enough reason to go on over to Dinos. I know we went there just the other day, but we could do a double raid over to them. Let's celebrate with them. Let us absolutely go celebrate with them. Raiding over to Dinos. Alright then, but that is all set up. We'll be raiding in just a moment. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. I will see you again on Friday for some not Warframe. In the meantime, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.